Dead by Daylight's latest public test build just dropped yesterday, PTB 9.2.0, which introduces two new characters into Dead by Daylight. We have a new killer, the Krasue, and a new survivor, Vee Boonyasak. And I gotta tell you, the Krasue hits all the marks in terms of creepiness and aesthetics. She is just so gnarly to look at. The Krasue is a female spirit based on Southeast Asian folklore who is represented as a disembodied woman's head with organs and entrails hanging from its neck. Sounds super pleasant. I hopped onto the PTB yesterday to check out the new characters, as well as the plethora of upcoming changes that seem to have the entire Dead by Daylight community very divided. And for good reason. There are some much needed changes, some changes that seem way too drastic, and then changes that beg the question, who the hell asked for this? In this video, I'll be showcasing some Survivor gameplay against the Krasue, as well as giving my impressions about the Krasue, the new Survivor Vee, and some of the upcoming changes throughout. And I gotta give props to the design team at Behavior Interactive, because they really captured the horror and gore with this upcoming chapter. From the character design, to the animations, to the sound design, the mood and tone with the Krasue are just mwah, chef's kiss. The Krasue's power, however, now, it's definitely way too early to make any calls as to whether the Krasue will be strong or weak, since players need time to sit with her power and really figure it out. And she is likely to have changes before she makes it to live servers later this month. However, she did feel pretty easy to counter and play against, which we'll break down in the video. Let's hop into some games and you'll see what I mean. Okay, we have Larry's. This should be an okay map against Krasue if it's her, and it is her. She has, I believe this is called Chicken Head. So this is an add-on, it's an eerie add-on that makes us all leeched or infected right at the start of the match. Which kind of reminds me of like Vile for Wesker, or, you know, putting pig traps on right away at the beginning of the match, but hers I don't feel like is that strong, because you can just kind of get rid of it right away. And she's not getting any killer instinct or anything when we eat the fungus, so I don't know how, like, she would have to pair this with something that gives her like an aura read. That way she can get on survivors right away and prevent them from getting a fungus. Because yeah, we have another 10 seconds and we're fine. But yeah, let's just hop on a gen. So yeah, we are now not infected. So I think that add-on is probably very tempting to use, but you would have to pair it with very specific perks to be able to utilize it fully. Like if you're using it without any type of aura read, I feel like it's kind of a waste. Because right now we can see all of the team, everybody has consumed a fungus. Somebody is being chased, but they were able to get rid of their infection, so they're not even going to be able to get fully hit if she's in head form. So the build that we're running though, we're running Ghost Note, Sprint Burst, Vigil, and Last Stand. I feel like Sprint Burst is going to be really key against this killer, because you want to be able to use that distance to be able to get to a good tile, something that has tight corners, something that you can vault over. Okay, Dwight's working on a totem. I guess that is Ruin. Good job, Dwight. But yeah, tight corners, tight loops. Those are the bane of this killer. Any type of long, thank you, Dwight. Any type of long thoroughfare, like that's gonna be, you're gonna get hit, basically. So you wanna avoid like long passages. And we're gonna hold on to the Sprint Burst for as long as we can. Because again, that is gonna be what saves us. Oh, this person is, okay. They're just gonna give up on Hook. Which, okay, I'm gonna go down and see if they still struggle. Because if they do, I'm just gonna let them go. Call me Dr. Kevorkian. I'm gonna let you do what you wanna do and go on to the next. Because this will allow me to test out the, like, anti-tunnel feature. So if this person dies, she's not going to be able to damage generators, and we're going to get a 25% bonus. Which, it's the PTB. Like, this is all for testing anyway. Like, nobody really takes any of this that seriously. So, yeah. I'm gonna let you go. Au revoir. Let's see what this bonus feels like. Oh, okay, so that kicked in right away. Like, she didn't even have to get snatched up by the entity. Like, usually for a hatch to spawn on the map, like, you have to wait for this whole hook and death animation to happen, but this is happening right away, the bonus. So this is, I think, 25% bonus to gen repair. So a normal gen, if you're just raw dogging it without like a chest or perks or anything, it takes 90 seconds for one survivor to repair a generator. 25% of that would be what? 9 and 9 is 18, half of 9 is 4.5. So that's 22.5 from 90, that's 67.5. So it's about 67 seconds to repair one generator without like any perks or toolboxes or anything when this bonus is applied. So you could see how if you had like a gen rush build going on and you somehow happen to get this bonus during your match, like you'd be able to bang out gens pretty quickly. That's the thing I love about Dead by Daylight. Everybody thinks this is like a spooky horror game. This is a math game. Dead by Daylight is a nerdy like resource management game with a lot of math disguised as a horror game. Alright, so that Miffy person is about to pop a gen. Dwight is in chase right now, so we gotta find a final gen. So the thing about Larry's too, if you're not familiar, if you're ever looking for a generator, the signs above the doors, if the sign is solid and lit up, that means a gen is completed in there. If the sign is blank, it means there's no gen in there, and if a sign is flashing, that means that there is a generator in there that is not completed. So, let's try to find a gen. But again, if and when we take chase here, we want to try to get her to a tight loop with a lot of corners, because the way that her power works when she's in the head form, there's sort of like a wind-up period. It is like a dash sort of attack, but it's very difficult to curve. And there's a lot of corners on a map like Larry's, so we want to use that to our advantage. Okay, she hooked Dwight in the basement too. We were close enough that she didn't get the barbecue, like the base kit barbecue read on us. We see her other teammate is right there. So one of us has to go in and bait chase. Let's see if I can get her attention. And then the other person can swoop in for the save. Let's see if we can take chase. Where are you at, mama? But again, we're holding on to the sprint burst. All right, we see her, she sees us. Come get me. Oh, she's not even gonna try to infect in human form. She's just gonna go straight for the head form. Okay, this is good though, because it takes 3 hits for us to become fully infected. This should be good to loot. So another thing to keep in mind, when she's in that like floating head form, she has a third-person camera perspective. So she should be able to check spot me as I'm check spotting her. But this should be, like, it's gonna be hard to curve into there to hit me. So let's see how long we can make this last. All right, if she vaults that pallet, we go for the window. This is a really good setup against her. We should be able to make this maybe. Yeah, okay, last stand coming in clutch. Okay, she's gonna go to human form and break that. We're gonna take this opportunity to get some distance. All right, what's her play? I think she's gonna break that and maybe give up. You still gonna chase me? She is not. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, like, tight corners. If you're facing off against this killer, on the PTB at least, I don't know what this is gonna look like on live, but tight corners seem to be difficult for her. But overall, I don't think this is a weak killer. I think a lot of opinions that I've seen today, and again, this is day 1 of the PTB, but a lot of people are being like, oh, this is a D tier, C tier killer, blah, 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 blah. I kind of disagree. She has great mobility. She can sort of slither around in her head form and travel really quickly. She also doesn't have collision when she's in that form. So she has a lot of like map traversal. She has a lot of chase potential because she can just vault over pallets. The head form, I think the base speed is 120, so she moves at 4.8 meters per second. So she's got a lot going for her. I think it's just going to be a little bit of time before people feel comfortable playing her, because I played a few matches with her and she's difficult to maneuver. She doesn't really play like any other killer. All right, where's this final generator? There we go. Dino Dwight working on the gen. Let's double this Dino Dwight. And again, I'm holding on to this sprint burst for dear life, because that really is advantageous against this killer, because you can just transition to a safe tell. Hi, Dwight. Larry should be a good map against her, though. I would think. I mean, I know we're getting 25% bonus right now. Does it really feel that fast? I don't know. Why are you gesturing me? Are we hopping off this? And if so, why? Okay. I'm hopping off. What's the call? What are you doing? All right, nothing, I guess. Okay, so she's running an add-on that makes us infected once the exit gates are powered. Oh, I don't see any fungus either. Interesting. Okay, this might not be a bad add-on to use in like an endgame build, but I don't know. To me, endgame builds feel a little gimmicky, and I don't know. I don't really like using endgame builds all that much. Let's just get this open. Oh, is she coming? Damn it! I don't have my sprint burst either. Damn it! Oh, she just okay. She opening up the gate. Well, if she's running an endgame build, now I'm nervous, because, like, is this bitch running Blood Water? Like, what are you doing? I don't know, man. I have trust issues. What are you doing? Oh, man, I'm, like, fully infected now. This looks gnarly as hell, doesn't it? I guess these are supposed to be leeches, but, like, I don't know. This kind of looks like almost like a fancy scarf. Like, I know that sounds weird, but like, I could see some rich lady just walking the streets of like New York or something, just wearing something that looks like this. I kind of want to give her the Mori. All right, just through the magic of editing, I'm gonna go to the Mori. Okay, here you go. Get the Mori, ma'am. Although the lighting in this exit gate is kind of dog water. But oh man, that looks so cool. Albeit a little washed out, but oh, it looks so cool. All right, on to the next. All right, Father Cable's Chapel. What's up, Maurice? Oh, he nade at me. So, likely the Krasue. I've ran into a few killers that were not the Krasue on the PTB. Yeah, this is definitely her. That's the tear radius. We've got a pack of V's right here. One playing the tambourine. Thank you. I've got a heartbeat, but like I don't see. Oh my gosh! Oh, she is. Oh, okay. Is she running like monitor? I don't know. That was. Oh, that scared the hell out of me. All right. Well, we don't really have our pick of tiles, although this should be pretty strong against her because there's a lot of turns. We should be able to keep this for a minute at least. Keep her busy. Our team is triple stacking a gen right now, so they should be able to get that done at least. Oh, she's doing the ground thing. So one thing to keep in mind, when she's like slithering around the ground, she has no collision and she can body block you. So she can get in front of you and come up from that form and body block you from pallets and windows and stuff. So just be mindful of that. All right, she went into human form. We're gonna use that to get some distance. Although is she just gonna stay in human form and try to knock out pallets? If so, we gotta be a little judicious with what we use. She's still in human form. Let's take a hit here. We're not be fully infected anyway. So let's take the distance, because once you're fully infected, you become injured and broken anyway. So taking a hit there to give us a little bit of distance, I think it was the right call. She's still gonna slither on the ground. Okay, chase me. What the hell do I have over here? Okay, TNL wall, probably not the best against her, so let's get the hell away from that. There's gotta be a pallet here, right? Pallet, yes. Although this probably is not that safe either. Yeah, I have a lot of bad options right here. Let's go back to the TNL. Let's try to transition back to the main building eventually. Because that, if there's a window there by that like corner around the basement, we can maybe use that. Okay, she's in human form. Are you just gonna stay in human form? Probably. Which means I have to burn through these pallets or die. All right, let's try to get back to the main building. I want to confirm that there's a window here though. There is, okay. We're definitely running this the wrong way, but we should be able to make this work. Can I get a fast vault on this? Okay. So she's sort of punishing herself by being in human form. Oh, I don't make this, do I? No, damn it. Okay. The fact that she was in human form, though, that was boding well for us until we died. But she really should have been in the head form there. Because she could have maybe shut that down. Oh, I'm going right in the basement. She is mad. She's big mad. Although that was, what, a 4-gen chase? Almost a 5-gen chase? So, again, this probably makes it appear as though this killer is, like, weak, or this killer is, I don't know, whatever. I don't think that's the case. I just don't think people have, again, it's day 1. Not a lot of people are comfortable with this killer yet. This could be this person's, like, first game with the killer. I don't know. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Oh, she is waiting. She might be a little upset with me. I'm sorry, Miss Krasue. I'm sorry, nice Thai opera lady. Let's grab a fungus for the road. You can move while you're eating the fungus, so just keep that in mind. Don't stand there like a sitting duck. And maybe we can just squat in this corner and heal ourselves. But yeah, tight corners. Tight corners. If you give her like an opening to be able to sort of hit you with any sort of narrow, straight pathway, you're kind of screwed. Alright, I don't know where she's at, but let's start transitioning toward a door. Probably overkill to use my syringe there. I probably should have just regular healed and held on to that syringe, but fuck it. It's the PTB, nothing is precious. It's fine. Alright, and let's get out of the match and go on to the next. Alright, we've got Torment Creek. They have made some changes to a lot of the corn maps. I'm curious to see what they're gonna look like on here. Oh, we hear her. Where you is. But yeah, on the corn maps, what I've noticed so far, I've not played Torment Creek yet, but on some of the other corn maps, there's a lot of just random ass tiles with a lot of filler pallets. Like, it feels like there's more pallets overall, but the pallets feel less safe in the middle of the map, if that makes sense. Like this is not going to be that safe against a lot of killers. Does she see us? She does! Okay, let's use a sprint burst. Let's get somewhere safe. Check! Oh, God, I'm eating the corner. Eating the wheelbarrow. That's not good. Ooh, if I medium that, I'm gonna get hit anyway. Let's just try to go around. So, you definitely don't want to run Shack this way against this killer. We kind of want to come in from the other side. Let's see if we can transition around and make something work. What is this tile? This should be maybe okay. Nope. Lost the 50. We're a potato. It's okay, she's staying in head form. We're now fully infected though. If we get hit another time, we're injured. But this is the way that we want to run this. With how fast she is though, like, I don't know that you would ever be able to turn this into an infinite and like shift tech her. Okay, she's coming the other way. She knows that is not the way she wants to run this. That is smart. Okay, she's gonna go back to the Paladin Vault that way. Let's try to find something else. Pallet out here? Yes. All right, bonk her in the head. Because we stunned her, we're gonna try to find another tile. I don't think it would be good to transition to another tile if she was not stunned there. All right, stunned her again. But yeah, a lot of these just feel unsafe against her. Can we might be able to check spot this. Although again, she's in a third person perspective, so she can see quite a bit in her field of view. Are you, did she drop? She might have dropped. Yeah, she's on somebody else. Okay. Although, yeah, we're about to be fully infected and that injured us and broke us. So we gotta remedy that. Let's eat our floor fungus. Although these kind of look like enoki mushrooms, don't they? And those are fucking delicious. Like, throw those in some Chinese hot pot, and shit is yummy. Okay, so we're broken. This is probably, what, like 20 seconds until we're unbroken? Which kind of sucks. Let me heal. There we go. But yeah, overall, it feels like the tiles on this map, at least from what I've seen so far, it's just a lot more filler palettes, but they're not necessarily the safest palettes. Which I don't know if that's going to encourage a lot more trying to camp palettes, which, depending on the killer, can be pretty stupid. But I guess that's TBD. Like, that's not safe. That's not safe. Yeah. Like, there's a lot more, like, clutter overall. Like, this might be good to line of sight some killers, like, in the middle of the map, but I don't know. Alright, now I know this probably looks like we're curb stomping this killer right now. She's got one hook at 4 gens done. But again, first day PTB. I don't think this is a weak killer. I've seen a lot of opinions today that are like, lulz, this is the worst killer ever. I don't think that's the case. I just don't think people have had enough time to really play to her full potential yet. I think people called Dracula weak on the PTB. I think people called Ghoul weak on the PTB. Like, it is way too early to make a judgment call, y'all. Alright, are you coming for us? Alright, let's use our sprint burst, make some distance. And I could have fast vaulted into there, but I don't... Yeah, she's not going to chase us. Not yet. She's leaving us alone. She knows Shaq is not the play right now. And she's gonna go for the tunnel, which honestly, like, that's kind of her only call right now. Like, she needs to get somebody out of the match. And at this point, with 4 gens done, like, that's the only right call. I don't know, I'm of two minds about the anti-tunneling update. I don't think a lot of the changes are necessary. I do think tunneling probably feels shitty for new players. Let's see if we can mess with her a little bit. Hit me! Hit me! Come after me, creepy head lady. I'm the one you want. Oh yeah, last stand is gonna be so good against her. Just be able to get that fastball without any type of momentum. Okay, so that was more of a straight line. I want to sign some stuff. I'm gonna make some really bad plays and like run just sort of straight. Oh, she's gonna drop. Can I get her back in chase? All right, let's get rid of this. The next time we get into a chase with her, I kind of want to just like hold W a little bit, because I feel like that's gonna be really, really bad against this killer. But yeah, let's get back over here. But yeah, what I was saying about tunneling, I don't know that all of these anti-tunneling changes are necessary. It probably sucks as like a newer player to get tunneled out right away, but like, I don't know. DBD is not a very forgiving game, and it takes a pretty long time to get used to it. Okay, she's able to connect that. Let's give her time to catch up. But yeah, I'm gonna... Okay, she's in the head form right now. She can try to body block us from getting the vault again. Alright, can we make some stupid calls here? Okay, she won that 50. Okay, let's run straight. Let's just run a little... Yep, okay. So yeah, holding W is not the play. You really want to have something around you that you can vault. She's gonna hit this, won't she? Yep, okay. How does she fare on hills? I don't think there's anything I could really do with a hill. Unless I had like balanced landing or something, but yeah, she can just connect this, can she? Yep, okay. Oh, that is just creepy though, isn't it? Imagine how that must feel. But yeah, if you're a newer player to Dead by Daylight, you have my sympathies, because this game is hard. to get well at. The problem with DBD is it has like a very simple concept. You know, do gens, get chased, try not to die. But there's a lot under the hood that you just kind of have to get used to or memorize, or just... You have to go through a lot of shitty matches to get really good at DBD, I feel like. And I'm saying that from a stance of humility, because everybody sucks at this game. Even people that have like 15k hours get shit on sometimes. Like, it's just the nature of the game. We're all just trying to get better at this game. So, stick it out. You're gonna get better, I promise you. Alright, let's eat our road fungus. Heal me! Alright, let's get the hell out of here. I'm digging this new survivor though. She's very quiet. She's short. Oh man, this killer is creepy though. This is the stuff of nightmares, dude. Alright, I'm leaving. Okay, Sanctum of Wrath. Hopefully it's the Krasue. This would be the first time I played against them on this map. Yep, okay. She's running the chicken head. I'm a millennial and the 90s kid in me. Every time I hear chicken head, I just think of like rap songs from the 90s. Early 2000s. What a time. Alright, she's like right there. We've got all the fungus are over on that side of the map. We've got to transition over to that side. So that's interesting. All of the fungi only spawn on this side. Let's pick one up for the road. Let's munch, munch, munch and see what the situation is over on this side of the map. Would this tile be good to loot? Pallet, window. There's another pallet on the other side over there. This might be good to connect. Alright, is there a gen over here? And God, we're walking slow. I'm holding on to this fucking sprint burst for dear life. Because that's going to be, I think, key to make sort of distance to get to a safe setup. Alright, there's a gen there. We can definitely make this work. And she's over here somewhere. Oh, not the mind breaker. This kind of throws a wrench into our plans. Well, let's see how it goes. Because I feel like this mid-map right here, this is not going to be safe. Hi, Miss Operatic Singer. Scary, creepy head lady. I think she just went back into human form. Yep, sure did. She's gonna try to spit at me. Ooh. That was a little risky on my part. She's gonna double back that way, isn't she? Oh, I should not have camped that pallet though. Okay, good to know, good to know. We got hit with the backsplash. Damn, I thought she would double back to the pallet. That's why I didn't vault it. The Krasue are learning. They're becoming sentient. They're getting wise to my bullshit. So, this actually might not be the smartest play though, because there's a lot of distance between me vaulting that pallet and transitioning over to this tile. She could definitely hit me there. Okay, she went into human form to kick that pallet. Let's use the distance. I don't know what's over on this side of the map. Oh, I'm eating a tree. But let's grab the fungus. Let's just sort of see what shakes out. Okay, there's another gen right there. Is she following me? No, she's on somebody else. Okay. Yeah, I think the main thing you want to do as a survivor against this killer is try to avoid getting infected as long as you can, especially if she's in human form. And just use distance wisely. If she's in the head form, like, use tight loops to your advantage and just abuse the hell out of them until you can't anymore. And then if and when you do get hit, just use that distance to get to something as safe. You just want to waste as much of the killer's time as possible. I mean, that should always be your goal when you're trying to loop a killer around, but with her especially, like, you don't want to be out in the open. You don't want to give her any, like, opening where she has, like, a straight and narrow path in front of you. Because that's when you're going to take your hits. Alright, where are you coming? Alright, you're locked on her. I can heal her. Let me fix you, Nia. Even this pallet, I don't know if that pallet would be that safe against her. Like, there's some corners on the rocks that she might get stuck on if she's trying to dash, but I don't know. Especially with Mindbreaker right now, like, this is probably a very unsafe gen for me to do, but we're just gonna stick it out. Because why not? Oh, this is interesting. All the lights on the gens. I don't know why I didn't notice that until now. That is definitely new. Like, the pistons are glowing a little bit. Interesting. I don't know who she's on right now. But again, it probably looks like we're dominating this match, and we kind of are, but I wouldn't take that as any indication as to, like, the strength of the killer. Cockiness and arrogance always leads to bad things. Ooh, I'll just finish this in her face. But I've got Mindbreaker, I can't dash away! What kind of set? Is there a window? I need a window. Alright, let's walk off this exhaustion. Alright, let's take our distance. She's probably back there looping her demons. Okay, she sees me. Ooh, I barely made it out of the splash zone right there. Are you gonna keep chasing me, or are you going for a door? I think she's gonna go for a door. Okay. Let's grab a fungus for the road. Oh, weird. I was eating that, but I didn't have an animation. It's the PTB. There's gonna be new bugs introduced with new features. Because why not? Alright, let's leave. Is Lou gonna get moried? They didn't escape. Can I watch that? Spectate! Oh yeah. No, drop her, Morier, what are you doing? No! There you go. Oh, that is so creepy. I love it. Oh, that's so good. And those glowing red eyes. Oh, okay. So overall thoughts on the PTB. The anti-tunnel changes feel a bit overboard and could probably be toned down a little bit. The anti-slugging changes feel fine to me. I'm somewhat ambivalent about the tweaks to certain maps. Some tiles feel great, other tiles feel not so great. I guess we'll see how those shake out once we get the live update. And for the Krasue, this is tough. I think the Krasue has a ton of potential. She has great mobility, great chase potential. She should be able to deliver a ton of map pressure, but her power, at least right now, it feels like it needs to be fine-tuned just a little bit, which is fair because that's what the PTB is all about. I don't think people should ever make premature judgment calls on what tier a killer falls into, especially after only experiencing them for less than 48 hours. But I saw a ton of takes yesterday that that ranged from, oh my god, this killer is D tier, all the way to this killer is S tier and you all don't even realize it yet. This community seems obsessed with tier lists for some reason, and I'll never wrap my head around it. The only tier list I believe in is the one in which I rank which characters I'd let fold me up like a pretzel and f me in half. And that tier list would only have 2 categories, absolutely and yes, because I'm easy. And if you're asking yourself, did this dude really waste an hour of his life making a tier list for a 5-second sight gag at the end of his video to let the whole world know that he's a wanton skank? The answer is yes. Subscribe!